So Larry, big news. Delahaye is ready for test driving. They've had it around the parking lot. It seems to be shifting and everything.
Hey, listen, pal, it's been 8 years in the making. If it goes much longer, I think we better make it wheelchair accessible. So therefore, we got both of us in that car properly.
Well, I wouldn't make
you and I would probably have to sit somewhere in the back and have Janice drive.
I wouldn't make the car wheelchair accessible. I'd put a trailer hitch on and just pull you in your wheelchair behind it. So anyway, Janice and I are going to take it out for a run again. And, you know, we wanted to take you.
Well, but listen, I wish you all the best. I really, really wish I was there.
Well, you know, I have a solution for that, so don't you worry. So Larry couldn't get back here from the West Coast for the inaugural drive of the Delahaye, but you know, we found a solution that just might be a little more pleasant. Stunt Larry. Okay.
Brought you a scarf, Larry. If you're cold, let me know.
Okay.
Whoa. Is it wandering or?
No.
This isn't right. It shouldn't run like that, should it?
No. The engine's running okay. It's like something's dragging so badly that it's like the brake's on.
Yeah.
And the brake's off. I don't know if I can get around that corner or not. I can't get any faster. Oh, this sucks. The car basically started out by breaking down, and it just continuously broke down for the next 15 minutes. Come on, just up to the corner. Come on. At least we're safe now, sort of. Now this is a test drive. Actually, when I put less gas on, that's less gas, like much less. So it's drowning. It needs, yeah, the carbs need setting up desperately because I barely got, we're going faster the less fuel I put on. So I just thought, well, you know what? I'll keep it going slow and just see if I can get all the way back. Was it a little embarrassing? No, you know, I was way too busy trying to, you know, get the car home to even think about it. And I noticed some people weren't waving nicely. Well, they were waving with one finger. Sorry.
Tractor's passing.
We just got passed by a tractor full of carrots. The thing is, with a car like this, I mean, you have to put out of your mind that the car is worth $1 million and you just have to nurse it back home. Oh yeah, look at the clouds of smoke coming out the back. It's so rich. I was thinking about the car catching on fire and burning because, you know, that wouldn't be good. You know the nice thing about this?
What's that do?
We could just leave Larry somewhere. Larry's reaction to this would be, the sky is falling. Stunt Larry, he's a more agreeable sort of guy than the real Larry. He's sort of a better passenger, more enjoyable on a test drive. He was just easy to get along with. Oh no, a red light.
Give it gas. Oh. It's burning.
Yep.
I want a picture of Larry now. It's burning. We're burning, Larry.
One problem with old cars is old cars break down the way they used to break down in the old days. People aren't used to cars breaking down anymore. I mean, when was the last time you saw a car broken down beside the road? Once upon a time, when you were broken down, people would get out and help you push. Now, they just make various gestures at you. As soon as I gave it acceleration, it just died.
And it didn't help when you advanced?
No, it really didn't do anything.
Okay.
I suppose as bad test drives go, it could have been worse because we didn't have Larry in the back seat chirping.
How's it going, guys?
Good.
Good.
So Barry's got some colors here to go on.
Yeah.
We've gone through and narrowed down quite a bit from what you told us.
So the 1985 Pontiac Grand Prix came in for a complete restoration and make it a Resto mod as well.
The car is very important to me. It's my baby.
Were you looking for a two-tone on the car or just a single color?
Probably a single color. Yeah. It's definitely important that we get the right color because as soon as you see the vehicle, It's the color that really stands out to you. Like a chocolate brown with gold in it. I bought it in January of 1986. It came off the assembly line in June of '85. I just really love the style of the car. I like that one.
Okay. And then
Yeah,
I think
like
that's a good color.
I think so too. Once we get her done, I want to do Route 66, stop at different places along the way and meet different people with some nice classic cars and do the route and have a great time.
You shoot me a few pictures?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh, well, isn't that nice? I can finally bring one of the other projects in here. So finally, the Ferrari has moved out of the metal shop where it's been living like a piece of the floor on into the body shop to get prepped for paint. It's been long enough. Haven't seen the room this uncluttered for a long time. I'm actually pretty excited about this because it's left that room. It's really nice to see this in here and not over there. This is looking really good. Boy, you've been banging away on this, eh?
Been going pretty hard, I think. A couple weeks now.
Yeah. I mean, she has been in bare aluminum for a long time. To see the color of the filler that we're putting on it is nice because it alters the color and it gives you a different ability to look at the curves and the whole bit. We skim the entire car with it, then we take it right down. You won't find a 1/16 of an inch depth on that. And what we're doing is we're getting rid of all the grinding marks, we're getting rid of hammer marks and things like that, the actual metalworking process that reveals itself. This is exactly the same process that they use at Ferrari when they were building these cars. Then we do what they call a high build primer. That's sanded down, and then we start prepping for paint. Okay, stand here, look there. It falls off more here than here. So you might have to bring the metal out a little bit here. When I'm looking up the front, the fall over the crest line on the right-hand fender is just a little too sharp. It's a bit too dramatic. I want it to be swollen a bit more like the left-hand side. There's a lot more going here than there, so you're gonna have to you have to come in underneath and move that in the metal. Literally, he can just press the aluminum up a little bit. I mean, there's virtually no filler. I mean, it's not a big deal, but we need to get it right. So he can pull that up, we'll get that right dimension, and then re-skim and sand her down to get rid of all the metal marks, and we're almost ready for paint. Good job.
Thank you. He undeniably has a good eye. I can't argue with that. I already knew what he was gonna say.
Yeah, it can be a bit of a bugger. It's a little bit of fitting, a lot of fitting, right?
The best restorers are guys who can take a project literally from the beginning to the finish, and they're comfortable all the way through.
Talon's been working on the Ferrari for months now. He's a one-man wrecking machine when it comes to this stuff. I mean, this is much his project now as anybody's.
The best restorers are guys who can take a project literally from the beginning to the finish, and they're comfortable all the way through. Talon is one of these guys. I don't think that there's anything we could throw him at that he wouldn't be quite comfortable doing.
Hammer that out a little.
He's as good in the body shop as he is in the metal shop, and he's as good tinkering with tools on mechanicals as he is on the other two. So it's the kind of talent you want as a restorer.
It's the first body I've built out of aluminum. It's definitely been a learning curve and an experience to be able to be a part of it. The hardest part for me has been staying disciplined to keep it authentically Ferrari, or as close to an original as we can. With this car, you have to be really pedigree, like it's gotta be just like this. No, it's looking awesome. The metalwork's as good as we're gonna get it, and it'll look nicer than it ever rolled off the factory line. Oh, that's beautiful.
All right, so the hose split.
Yep.
Overgassing, 4 cylinders and 2 cylinders were fine.
Right. Yeah.
It seemed like there was a lot going wrong with the car while it was out on the road. And yeah, there was a few things wrong with the car. But the two main things was it was overfueling through 2 carburetors, and one of the rad hoses broke.
I'm gonna pull the tops off the carburetors.
Yeah, that was it. Like, the higher I lifted my foot off the accelerator, the faster the car would go.
Right.
I think it's so what as I'm trying to accelerate, it's just dumping fuels. I think the thing that happened was we let it idle for quite a long time to get it all heated up and everything before I left, and I think it started to load up then. The front two carburetors, they were just overfueling. There was fuel just pouring into that engine. I mean, we thought the car was overheating, and I mean, but that was the broken hose because I mean, the rad was cold when we got back.
Yep.
So
Yep.
we've got a new rad hose on. Greg's gonna go through the carbs. We'll adjust the steering box. We'll take a look at the brakes, and it'll be ready to go. Sounds like a lot of things, but really, it isn't. So next week, we'll do it again.
Absolutely.
Yep.
We'll get it fixed up so your next road test will be better.
Yeah, yeah.
Right now, I'm working on the Pontiac Grand Prix. We're doing kind of a complete on it. So we did the body work on it, got it all blocked straight. It's looking good. I'm just kind of finishing up on a little bit of the metal work on the floors.
We cut out the rotted out panels on the floor. I've created some new panels for it, tried to kind of recreate what they had there originally.
Yeah, so now I'm just gonna pop some plug holes in it, and then I can start welding this guy in. We don't have a punch or anything here, like a hole punch, so we do it the old-fashioned way, where pilot holes and drill bits. Maybe one day I'll invest, save myself some time. I'll line them up again like so, and then I'll just run the grinder across both pieces, and that way you know they're cut in the same spot, and it's nice butt weld. You don't have to mess around with it too much. Yeah, it can be a bit of a bugger. It's a little bit of fitting, a lot of fitting, right? Tack that in place. But it's fun, it's interesting, right? You get to work on something cool every day. Yeah, slowly but surely. After I finish the floors, she'll be kind of good to go for paint, I believe. They're gonna send it off to get the engine stripped out and the transmission taken out and everything like that, because then you can get inside and right up in the firewall. You have no problems painting that way. So it's nicer to have everything out before you do that.
Today is the day you get painting it.
Yep. Today's the day.
Good. Boy, it's taken a long time to get here.
Yep.
So finally, after years of building this Ferrari, it's finally going into the paint booth today for proper paint.
It's getting close.
Yep. Well, I'm looking forward to this, I'll tell you. I don't get excited about things much, but I am anticipating this with some glee because it's been a long time coming.
Yeah, that'll be the one. So
It's going to look good in that.
yeah, it'll be nice.
You know, I'm
and
not
sun,
usually a
right?
silver guy, but that's going to look good on this car.
Yeah.
Good.
Great.
The paint we're using on this car, it's this beautiful gunmetal gray. A lot of people think all Ferraris are red, and it's not true. As a matter of fact, red is the Italian national racing color. Ferrari became famous as red Ferraris because they were out on the track winning things, but Enzo Ferrari himself hated red Ferraris on the road. It's a racing color. Shouldn't be on his road-going Ferrari. So this is far more appropriate in being this really nice gray than it would be being red.
Big job's done on this one anyway. It looks fantastic now, night and day from when it came in.
The Aerolithe is one of the great Art Deco designs, and today is the day that the Bugatti is leaving us for good. The Aerolithe, to me, is one of the great Art Deco designs in automotive design. So it was just a natural that that was the one I wanted to chase down. And I always knew that it was going to be a massive project. And today is the day that the Bugatti is leaving us for good. It was basically 10 years from when I first got that stupid idea until the day she rolled out to go to her first show. The Aerolithe project was my brainchild, but it was going to be hugely expensive. Fortunately, Chris Orstrom stepped in and funded the entire thing. The original car was done in 1936, and it was only in existence for about 10 months before it disappeared off the face of the earth. We had an original Type 57 chassis and driveline and 11 original photographs. That was it.
You know what it is? It's not completely round. There's a little bit of a flat spot here.
It's the kind of scrutiny cars like this go under. You need to have it just perfect. We had to do massive amounts of research into the actual processes that Bugatti was using in 1935. Because if we knew the processes, we knew how they worked on this one. It taught us patience. It taught us the way to sort of think through an issue, put yourself back in time to make sure that we were building an exact replica of that car. But it was very satisfying. In the end, we have given the auto hobby back something that had been missing since the 1930s. We were already fairly well known, but this one really put us on the map internationally. It took us to a different rung on the ladder, that's for sure. The Prime Minister of Kuwait asked us if they could do the world premiere of the car at their automotive museum in Kuwait City.
Bugatti got here from the trailer without running out of gas. That's a plus.
It's been to various concours events, and it's done quite well at those. Plus, Jay Leno had it on twice.
You know, it's so funny. It feels very Bugatti-like. Yeah. Makes all the right noises. There's plenty of power. David, thank you, and thank Chris also. Thank you very much for trusting me with your car. This is an amazing honor.
The Bugatti is off to Paris, France, and it's going to be in a major show called Retromobile. During the show, it's going to be put through a major high-end auction, and Chris is going to pass it on to a new owner. Now, the Bugatti was a pivotal project for us, and we're sad to see it go, but it's going to be interesting to follow the rest of its career.
Big job's done on this one anyway.
Yep.
And the engine compartment looks great. You got that all sprayed out, all nice and clean. I mean, this is just incredible. So the paint on the 1985 Grand Prix is beautiful. It looks like it's 6 feet thick. You know, the car was pretty straight. We had to do some floor work and stuff, but it looks fantastic now. Our next step on the Grand Prix is basically wait for interior pieces. Once the interior's done, I mean, it'll be going home. Everything else has already been gone over, so we're getting close. It's coming together pretty good, really.
Looks like a car after an awful lot of time not looking like a car.
Oh, wow, what a difference. Wow, this is...
Yeah. I don't feel as nervous on this test drive as the last one.
Well, you guys have been busy. Got it all trimmed up.
It's coming together pretty good, really.
Looks like a car after, like, an awful lot of time not looking like a car.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, there's a certain stage on some of these major projects where you start to think that you're never going to see it being a car. And all of a sudden, it goes from just being this annoying gray hulk to being something that is starting to have some life breathed into it. And I mean, that's certainly the case with this Ferrari. It always amazes me when something comes in as flat sheets of aluminum and it ending up looking like this. I don't think too many shops in the world can do this anymore because there just isn't the kind of talent to do it. And patience. It takes a lot of patience and a lot of perseverance to pull this off. We're on a short list now where basically install the interior, do the final fitments, do a final clear coat, finish fitting the roof, do the road testing. She's good to go. Should be gone this spring. So I'm told that Delahaye is ready for its second test drive. We examined the carburetors, discovered the problem with them, rectified that, and I'm told she's ready for the second test drive. So
Can we go on a test drive?
we can go on the test
Can I
drive.
come?
Of course you can. Yeah, it's half yours. Well, no, it's a third yours.
Gonna run well? This
I don't know.
So we'll take it for a run, and I'll tell you what we think.
Awesome.
Alrighty.
Pretty.
Yeah.
Pretty nice. Good, I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm glad you are.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's do this.
All right.
Oh, wow, what a difference. Wow, this is...
Yeah. I don't feel as nervous on this test drive as the last one.
The test drive went well. It looks like we've sorted out just about all the problems we had.
Nice acceleration. Nice shifting, eh?
Good job, Grange.
Yeah.
The car runs out and drives beautifully now. It shifts perfectly. The only problem we got now is she steams like a tea kettle. Looks like the car's on fire. Smoke pouring out of it, but it's not. It's just steam because the rad's overfilled.
We filled it right up to the top, so it's just blowing out what it doesn't need. It's like any of the old cars. Once you get it to the level that it wants to be, they stop doing it.
Other than that, I'm pretty happy.
Because it's running really nicely. That's a relief. It's smoking like a bugger, but it's just coming out of the overflow. Like, I'd say maybe take out a half gallon.
Okay.
So we're like a half day away from being like finished.
After 8 years, we've got about 2 hours more adjusting on her, and she's done.
Bugatti's gone. It's in Europe. I'm sad. And you know, that's the trouble. You do these things, and you get really attached to them, and then they've got to go.
You know, one of the bittersweet things about this business is you spend years working with a project like this. It becomes yours, and then one day it's finished. And you know, it's bittersweet because you're glad to get rid of them, and then you miss them. Bugatti's gone, the Ferrari's on the home stretch, and Delahaye's out the door. I'm looking forward to seeing what our next special project's going to be.
It's now up and done and finished.
This one is finished, yeah. So next.
Davey, listen, pal, I really think you should be coming out to see me because there's too many opportunities here.
Yeah, well, we should do that. We'll do some touring, see what we can find any barn finds or any good deals.
There's a lot of stuff that you should come out here with.
All right, sounds good to me.
Okay, bud. Well, listen, all the best. Take it easy.
Talk to you soon.
Okay.